Hello everybody, this is what we're making today. It's a rustic Christmas bottle. Stick around, this is how we do it. Hopefully it inspires you. If it does, please like and share and subscribe. So first off, I clean the bottle using this isopropyl alcohol rub, and I use these lint-free cloths. They're what you use on your gel nails once you've cured them to get the sticky residue off. You don't have to use these, I just have them left over. You could use like a cloth or some tissue paper or something like that. Then I give it a prime with this Colour It primer, just to give the emulsion something to adhere to. Doesn't, as you can see, it doesn't need to be the whole bottle, a thick layer or anything like that, just something to give it a key. Those bits are clear that you can see on the glass, they have actually got a slight bit of paint on them, so they're not smooth glass. And then I paint the bottle twice with this, it's a colour mix. You can just use any emulsion. You can use chalk paint. I don't really like chalk paint, but I like emulsion, so I use emulsion. And then I use these sponge daubers that I get from Temu. I get loads in a pack at varying sizes, from very small to quite a large. Just dub it all over, right up to the rim at the top. I don't do the underside of the bottle because I cover that with some light felt, because it's quite rough on the bottom. And then I do one coat of this glitter paint, just to give it some sparkle really. I decide I only want to do the one coat because I don't want it to be, I just want it to have a hint of the gold. I don't want it to be thoroughly covered. And then I make the flower, two large ones and one smaller one, using the Crafter's Companion flower forming foam, and I use this Rose Garden, I can't remember what it's called now, something rose, and I use 3 of the large, 3 of the medium, 3 of the small, to build the big flowers, and I use 3 of the small to make the small flower. I heat them on my Cricut mini heat press, and then once I've heated them slightly, I then just, whilst they're cooling, shape them on both sides with my ball tool, and then on the edges I just kind of rub them onto the ball tool just to try and give them a little bit of a shape. But I actually don't like that one that I've just done, so I do end up going back over it and doing it again, which you can do with flower forming foam. As you can see there, I don't quite like the petals, so I actually go on and reheat it, and it just shapes it again. I turn it over because the petals are going inwards and it will flatten it back out again, so I just flip it over, and as you can see, it just flattens it out nicely for me to be able to reshape it again. And I do this with all of the layers, and then I will stack them all with I adhere them with a tacky glue, and I stagger the each layer, so that when you get to the top of the flower, you haven't got all of the petals right on top of each other. Personally, I think it gives it a more kind of realistic look. So I do that with all of the layers, and then I push them down into the foam with the ball tool between each layer. And then you need something sharp. I use my pokey tool to go right through all of the layers to then add the stamens. And to add the stamens, I've got this very thin floral wire, and I'll wrap it over the middle of the stamens and then fold the stamens in half and then poke that through the hole, and then the wire allows me to pull the stamens through, which is what I'm doing here. And it allows me to pull them all through, and then I'll put a little dollop of hot glue just to secure it, and then I will trim off the like the extra string from the stamens, and then I'll add a little bit more glue. Sometimes I'll cut the string before I glue it, depends. And then I use the same foliage that's in that garden rose flower set, and I'll cut 2 of the large and 1 of the small. And then this, sorry, that's my alarm going off. And then I use this ribbon and realise that it's not sticking very well, but I don't actually stick it all the way around. I just stick it on the back, because I'm going to glue the flower to it, so some of the glue will seep through and it will hold it at the front anyway, so I'm not worried about that as long as it's stuck at the back. Then obviously you're left with a fairly ugly looking back, so I put another flower over that. Although, you know, you only tend to have a back and a front, I don't want to sell it to somebody with an ugly back, so I cover that up and make a second flower, large flower, to go on the back. And then I work my 2 foliage with like the swirls. I use 2 per large flower, and I just kind of have them sort of going opposite, up and down, so they, you know, they're kind of opposite sides, if you like. And then I'll just hot glue the flower onto the foliage. I don't actually glue the foliage down because the hot glue will do that anyway. And like I say, that will also hold the ribbon in place a little bit at the front as well. So the gold spray you can see on the front of the flower is a Crafter's Companion. It's a hint of gold, just a sparkle spray. And that's it for today. Really quick one. I hope you like it. I absolutely love this bottle. I haven't put it up yet for customers to have a look, so it'd be good to see what feedback I get. I hope it inspires you. Like I say, a really nice quick one to do. Obviously it wasn't as quick to make it, you know, it's overnight drying time and all the rest of it between coats and stuff, so it, you know, it does take a good few days to do. But you know, I do a few bottles at a time so that I haven't got loads of sitting around waiting time. I'm always crafting something, so it doesn't bother me sitting and waiting between coats and stuff. You could probably do it, you know, over a couple of days without having, you know, if you painted it in the morning and then painted it again later in the evening, etc., then you'd have plenty of time. So yeah, hope you like it. That's it. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you next week. Bye for now.